Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Zhong. Next to me, we have Kevin Chamness. Correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Let's introduce you to all the MMA fight fans out there. Now, after the pandemic, first sports event, public, back to live August 28th, and I put on the first MMA event after a year and a half. Welcome back, and then we have 22 fights on this upcoming fight card. A lot of up-and-comers from the Bay Area are on the card, so do not miss it out, guys. Let's introduce you, Kevin Chamness. Now, where you come from, Kevin? Let's introduce you to all the MMA fight fans out there.
So, my name is Kevin Chamness. I'm 28. I'm from Antioch, California, so I'm local too from the Bay.
Native, born and raised?
Yes, sir. My whole life.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So now, what got you into fighting?
Honestly, I used to get in fights when I was in school, and realized it was something I liked, like getting hit, like giving hits.
You look a very nice guy. How do you get into a fight?
I'm super passive. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a very nice dude. I'm super passive, but something about that one-on-one competitiveness gets me going, and I like it.
Nah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now I know you have a one amateur fight back in 2-3 years now.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Pandemic's been crazy.
Pandemic, like so. You haven't get into the cage for 2 or 3 years now. This is your second time comes around. Yep. Against a debut guy from San Francisco, Juro Diagno, making an MMA debut. So now, how do you prepare somebody like this where you have no clue what you're gonna deal with it?
Honestly, you kind of don't. You just kind of go in with your game plan. You go in with the kind of style of the fighter that you are yourself, and you kind of adjust when you adapt. You know, you can't prepare for somebody you don't really know. You know, and so realistically, I'm gonna go with my game plan and be myself and make the adjustments I need to when I get into that cage. You know, based off of him.
What do you learn from your last fight? The first amateur fight you had, I know you lost. In the second round, you got submitted by Crystal. What do you learn from that?
Well, one, I learned to honestly calm myself down. You know, don't get so caught up in the hype. You know, you got to learn honestly when you get in there that it's more of a game of chess. You know, you got to be willing to take that time to find the openings. And honestly, I feel like I rushed things. He got my back and he took advantage of it. And I can't hate on that. It's a lesson learned. And realistically, I'm just better. I've worked my jiu-jitsu so much more. Obviously, I've been working my stand-up because that's what I love. But my ground game is adjusted. You never know, you might see some shots.
No surprise this fight.
Oh, yeah.
Now, let's talk a little bit about this whole pandemic. What have you been doing this pandemic? Have you been training? Have you been prepared for anything? I know I talked to your coach literally a couple weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, and everyone started realizing we're actually putting on a show. Like, I didn't want to start too early work on a fight card because I'm not sure how long this pandemic will keep going. And when we finally finalize the date, we're actually going to have an event, August 28th, and then that's when I start sending out all the messages to all the coaches. So, how long have you been preparing for a fight?
I've actually been doing it during the whole pandemic. Obviously I've been working my cardio, because it's a big factor, especially in the fight game. And even with gyms being closed, I mean, there's no excuse. You could be outside getting the pad working, you could be outside getting your sparring in. So during this time, I still was getting my working outside. You gotta stay working. You can't stop.
That's pretty awesome. Now, I think your first fight, I think you fought in the catch weight or like a 130 or something, right?
It was around like 126, 127.
Right. So
like
now
that.
this fight, you're gonna fight in a legitimate flyweight, 125. I think you and your opponent are very, very similar size. You're slightly a little bit more muscular. What do you think this is going to be the weight class you want to settle in as a flyweight?
It'll be around 125, 130. Obviously, like, I've put on a little bit more muscle mass since that fight, so it's gonna be fluctuating between 125 and 130. And
do you have to cut a lot of weight to make 125?
Not really. I've been trying to keep my weight down to about 145. So it's only usually around like a 20-pound cut, maybe a little bit more, which isn't too bad. So, I mean, I don't mind it. I can do it.
What do you think your weight is gonna be the night of the fight?
Oh man, I'm gonna try to put some back on. I'll probably come back in around like 135, 136, something like that. Try to get all the proteins and everything I can in.
Well, especially most amateur MMA shows that in the Bay Area or North California, they're usually waiting around noon, and you fight at the evening. at the Dragon House because it's a Pro-Am show. You get to weigh in the day before at 10 a.m.
Yes.
You got a day and a half to rehydrate it, get yourself loaded a lot of foods and everything.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a big factor for a fighter who actually can perform a lot better.
Yes.
Now, you don't know anything about your opponent. So did you watch his interview?
I actually did. He seems like a pretty nice dude. Obviously, you know, he's confident, which, I mean, I would have wanted any other way, you know, but he seems like a nice dude and I have nothing against him, you know, but at the end of the day, we're both going in there for, you know, whether it's a dream or a goal, and we're both going to KW, so I'm going to bring pressure. I'm hoping he is, and either somebody's going to fall, or somebody's going to fall.
That's interesting, interesting statement. I can't wait to watching this two flyweight going at it. One is debut, one is I haven't seen you fight for almost 3 years, so I want to see what in 3 years, what do you have to make the adjustment of improvements, all that. Now, if people want to get a hold of you to buy tickets to watching you fight, how can people contact you?
So you can contact me on Instagram. My personal Instagram is _im.kevin, simple.
im.kevin.
Yeah, or you could contact my gym, Combat Fitness, on Instagram. Also, I'll be selling tickets at Combat Fitness, which is located in Concord, off of Bancroft Road.
Do you have a full-time job besides training?
I do. I do roofing / solar roofing. So I mean, I work like 90-hour weeks. Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah, 90-hour weeks.
That's
I
a
just came
workout.
From work, so
that's a workout alone. And by the way, right now it's 10 o'clock at night in San Francisco.
I got off at 11 o'clock last night.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Wow.
But you know what? Hey, that sun helps, man. I'm kind of waiting that sun, so it's all good.
That's why you look all lean and jacked and all that. That's pretty awesome. Now, do you have any special loved ones, special training partner, coaches you want to shout out to for this upcoming fight?
Well, I mean, I'd like to, you know, shout out obviously my gym, Combat Fitness, and also the gyms that have been helping me out, like Arena Training Center out of Livermore and Train for Life out of Sassoon. But most of all, I love to, you know, shout out my family. You know, my family is my most important thing. It's what drives me, especially my little girl. And they're going to be there that night, and we're going to put on a show.
It's going to be an epic night. Now, for more information about this upcoming fight card, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys check out DragonHouseMMA.com. This event is a live stream pay-per-view nationwide. So if you can't make it to the event, order your pay-per-view voucher from the DragonHouseMMA.com. And don't forget, after the August 28th, the last show for 2021, it's going to be November 13th for celebrating Dragon House, been existing in San Francisco for 25 years anniversary. We're going to put on a very, very special event. It's going to be title fight from 25-pound all the way up to heavyweight. So it's going to be a special epic event. So some of the fighters can make it to this event. Make sure you guys DM me to reserve yourself a spot to fight on the November 13th. Another guaranteed fireworks show for you guys. Please subscribe our YouTube channel and give us a like. And then also follow me on Dragon_House_MMA on Instagram. We keep putting on every event for all the MMA fight fans out there. Now, if your opponent watching this interview, what do you have to say to him?
Be ready Saturday. Let's be ready Saturday. You see your holes? We'll see.
Any little prediction for the tips? For
man, I'm not letting it to the judges. That's the plan. I'm
First,
not letting it go all 3 rounds.
Oh, nice. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Making sure you guys stay tuned. One more time, what's your IG address?
So it's _im.kevin.
_im.kevin. You can't miss it. Make sure you guys follow him. Do you have any sponsor you want to shout out to?
No sponsors. I'm just here to fight.
That's it. Straight, simple. We'll see you guys August 28th. Once again, thank you for Kevin.
I'd like to also shout out though my coach Ricky.
Yeah.
Shout that boy out.
Well, he's also fighting on the card too, right?
Yes, he is.
Here we go. Now you
Fireworks,
have a coach and a training partner also on the same card.
Oh yeah.
There we go, guys. Please follow us on YouTube, Instagram. We'll see you guys August 28th. I'm Zhong signing out. Kevin Chamness right here, ladies and gentlemen. Good to have you on, my brother.
Thank you, sir.
See?
Oh.